Alright everyone, we've got the new Lego Mosasaurus! Finally, after 11 years, we've got a molded Mosasaurus to recreate scenes from the movie. We'll show those clips later on where I've recreated them as you saw at the start. Just stick throughout the video, but for now, we're going to compare the Mosa, see what can it eat in its gob. As you can see, we got humans, and we'll compare it, of course, to the other Mosasaur. Some of the ones that it appears alongside in the movie. Just a ton of fun stuff. But yeah, apparently it can fit up to 6 minifigures. It can also hold a baby Triceratops in its mouth and completely close its mouth, which is incredible, honestly. But yeah, Lego Stop Motion did tell me if the minifigures are bold, apparently it can fit up to 6 in its mouth, which is crazy. Here's the Brickbuilt Mosa alongside it. The Brickbuilt one is longer, which makes sense. You know, I feel like they're doing the Brickbuilt stuff to have more of an emphasis on that scale of how big creatures can be that can't be shown properly off in the molded section. I feel like there's a bit of a limit with the molds, but here you can see you can very easily put in the young raptor. You can put plenty of them in. I tried last night with baby raptors. It was just the tip of the iceberg I hit. I put 12 of them in. It barely even filled it up. It was still in the back of the mouth pretty much. So you could put tons of baby raptors in. You could treat this like a super colossal figure, except of a smaller scale, and of course have those tiny ones in a small scale. Now, does it fit the baby Pteranodon? Because it doesn't fully fit the other Pteranodon, and I guess it doesn't in the movie because the wings hang out. But surely you would think baby Pteranodon, it would be cool to eat a Pteranodon like the Mosasaurus does in the movie. But unfortunately, it doesn't fully properly fit. Its wings still hang out a little bit, but you can close its mouth, so it's kind of cool. You can trap it in there pretty much, and it's somewhat like the movie, you know. But of course, it's not a baby Pteranodon in the movie. It is a full adult, and you can do that with the wings hanging out. So we can check this right here. We've got that Pteranodon, and we've got the Mosa open its mouth. We'll take out the baby Pteranodon and put in the adult one, and there you go. Look at that. It does fit quite well, actually, like just the body. Super funny. By the way, if you have the Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus and you have this Mosa, super fun combinations because they're matching colors. But yeah, this baby Stegosaurus also doesn't properly fit. Can kind of close, but its legs are just hanging out. It's that tiny bit that stops it from fully closing the mouth. But yeah, because the Quetzalcoatlus has the same colored wings as this Mosa's body, you can have it on and it's just like a flying Mosasaur. Pyroraptor doesn't fit, so I'd assume all those other tiny ones don't. But as you can see, minifigures here. Got Jerry Harding from the Triceratops skeleton set. We'll put him in, see how many we can get. So let's put in Alan Grant. Let's put in Billy Brennan. Let's see, how many can it fit? We'll grab Sarah Harding over there. So that's 4 so far. It's already looking quite full. So I understand what is meant by you need to have them bold to fit in like 5 to 6. But we have got 4 in there. Can we fit in Malcolm in if we rearrange it properly? Let's see. Sarah Harding, move her along up to the top. Can she fit at the very top of the mouth? And then we've got Ian Malcolm in. Yeah, kind of. It doesn't fully close, but I mean, you've got the 5 minifigures in there. Let's get them all out now, because got some other things to do. Let's eat the Indominus Rex. But yes, we will be recreating that scene properly. It won't be stop motion because if you saw the video I did over the previous weekend, I did the Hammond Collection Mosasaurus. No, Hammond Collection Indominus Rex getting eaten by the Mosasaurus. And that was already like a full-on journey. I'd highly recommend watching that video, checking it out if you love that final Jurassic World scene. But in this, I do make sure to do it to the point where my hands aren't seen. So you can kind of pretend you're watching a thing. But also, it's not stop motion, so the Mosasaurus kind of just goes in. I don't recreate the movements all perfectly. We do kind of have the Lego Jurassic World game for that. So, you know, if you want to see the Indominus Rex perfectly get eaten by a Mosasaurus, just watch that. But with this new Mosa, and we've got the updated Rexy, the update blue, and the only thing that's outdated, well, not outdated, because it's really awesome, is the Indominus Rex. But I do have the new Indominus Rex, you guys should know. I just think, you know, the white one is, because of how rare it is, it's just perfect. But yes, the ship is actually pretty awesome. I think it's somewhat based off the ship in the Lost World movie, which is cool considering the vehicles we got in the Lost World sets were just really bad junior vehicles, you know, red vehicles. But you've got a Mosasaurus tracker in there, which is cool. You got a crane to lift up the mini submarine robotic thing, which is cool. You can use that to recreate Fallen Kingdom scenes. Then you've got a helicopter, which you could also technically use to recreate Fallen Kingdom scenes. It is a little strange though, how it doesn't have like a chain. I think that would have been perfect for a Mosasaurus scene, you know, considering the opening of Fallen Kingdom. You have the guy, and then the Mosasaurus comes up and grabs him. You know, I reckon you could have done that with this helicopter, but still, you can grab the sub just like how it grabs a submarine in the start of Fallen Kingdom, of course. And, you know, I mean, a boat makes sense. It doesn't come across too many boats, but it does come across the Camp Cretaceous yacht. And also at Dominion, it comes up to grab the crane from the side of the boat with a fishing net. Whilst obviously this isn't a fishing net, it still can grab the crane. And now it's just pulling along. But as you can see, you can reel it out and stretch it really far. It's just super cool, you guys. I just love that we've finally gotten a molded Mosasaurus after so long. But let's have a look at these scenes. I did Rebirth Mosasaurus versus Mosasaurus. Thought that would be cool. Imagine a future movie, because the Jurassic World Blue Era Mosasaurus, you know, teamed up with orcas. What if we had the Mosasaurus and orcas go up against the Rebirth Mosasaurus and the Spinos? I think that would be an awesome clash to see. But here, I've recreated the closest figure I thought looked like Zara in my collection, getting carried by the Pteranodon, which then gets chomped by the Mosasaurus and then taken away. And then finally, of course, we've got the scene where the Mosasaurus takes down the Indominus Rex. Once again, crazy I've recreated this scene twice in 1 week, but, you know, here's a comparison of that stop motion I did, and next to the Lego one, you can see I put a ton of effort into that stop motion, so go support it, please. But of course, if you want to see me speed build this, stick around. Otherwise, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and by the end of the video, watch above for more videos, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.